A storm is coming. MMA's biggest star is returning, perhaps for one last dance. After dangling a red panty in front of Michael Chandler for years, Conor McGregor is finally back. But instead of Chandler, he'll be facing Max Holloway, a man he has beaten before. But the Max of today isn't the Max of 2013. The Max we know and love today is a veteran of absolute wars. He's a future Hall of Famer with far more skill, experience, and confidence than he had back then. Meanwhile, Conor is coming off a long stretch of inactivity, and ring rust is a very real thing. Conor is promising a devastating result for Max, much like the time he promised Dustin Poirier would leave on a stretcher, only for Conor himself to be the one carried out. He says he pities Max. That's classic Conor. His attitude is what made him who he is today, so don't underestimate a man who has built his entire career on believing he can do what others think is impossible. Most MMA pundits believe this fight will play out much like Conor versus Dustin too, and I understand why. Dustin is also a striker. Max is one of the greatest volume punchers the sport has ever seen, and Conor has shown a tendency to slow down after the opening round. But I disagree, if only because history rarely repeats itself in exactly the same way. This has already been a year full of major upsets. Sean Strickland defeating Khamzat Chimaev shocked the MMA world. Justin Gaethje defeating Ilia Topuria shocked the MMA world even more. Could another massive upset be next? I think it could. Conor McGregor is still the biggest star in mixed martial arts, and a comeback victory would instantly become one of the biggest stories the sport has seen in years. Now let's talk about something almost nobody is discussing. Welterweight is still uncharted territory for Max, whereas Conor has spent years bulking up for 170. Everyone assumes moving to 170 benefits Max because he won't have to cut as much weight, but I actually think it could benefit Conor even more. Conor has always been the naturally thicker, more muscular fighter. At 170, we might see improvements in both his power and his cardio because he won't be draining himself to make weight. Max is 2 inches taller, but size isn't just about height. The biggest question, of course, is how much of the old Conor is left. Even against Dustin Poirier 5 years ago, Conor looked like a diminished version of himself. Since then, he's fought even less, while the rest of the sport has continued to evolve. But I don't think Conor is someone who's going to walk into that cage shell-shocked after a long layoff. He's a natural fighter. He may have lost a step. He may no longer be the terrifying force he once was. But when that cage door closes, I believe he'll fight with everything he has. Even if he's washed, even if he's unbelievably rich, even if the odds are against him. So here's how I think this fight plays out. In the first round, Conor comes out aggressively, taking the center of the cage and looking to establish his left hand early. He has his moments, but Max lands enough shots to remind everyone why he's one of the toughest fighters in UFC history. By the second round, Max starts increasing the pace. It begins to look like the momentum is shifting in his favor. Then, against almost everyone's expectations, Conor lands the shot. We've already seen Ilia Topuria prove that Max Holloway can be knocked out. That possibility is no longer just hypothetical. I think Conor will be studying that fight very carefully. My official prediction is Conor McGregor by second round knockout. Does that sound unrealistic? Maybe. We'll find out soon enough.